At what point can a company make use of a CFO? Great question. And that's a really important question to ask because for two reasons. From the point of view of a service provider, you don't want to offer your services to an organization that is not in a position to afford them, obviously, and more importantly, not in a position to get a return on investment on those services. Hey, no problem, Kim. All right, good. So, and if you are running an organization and you are thinking, okay, I know it's time for accounting help, and that's why we have a bookkeeper on staff, let's say, or an outsourced bookkeeper, and I feel like I'm missing X, Y, Z, and I think that's what a CFO has to offer. You can look at that in terms of gross revenues or gross annual receipts. What is an organization bringing in? Okay, then you're probably ready for a CFO. I get that. But here's what it really comes down to for me. If your organization is in a position to create a financial return on investment in CFO services, then it's worth it. And that is when it's time. And someone asked me today, it's funny, this came up along those lines, well, what kind of return on investment can a CFO offer? And I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this because I don't want it to sound like an advertisement. It's really guidance because I don't want any organization wasting their money. CFOs in general can either help an organization capture revenue opportunities or cash flow opportunities, and also capture more time, because we love efficiency. Capture more time and also stop the bleeding. CFOs can be excellent at identifying areas in which there are non-value added expenses and identifying those and then bringing them to management's attention to say, hey, I don't think you're using this app anymore. Why don't we stop subscribing? Or, I know someone who can provide these products for half the cost. So those are some key areas. So for example, in the area of expense savings, if your organization isn't spending that much money, then you can't save that much money, and it's not worthwhile to work with a CFO for that. Similarly, if your organization doesn't have receivables, if you get paid up front for everything, and there are no pledges receivable, grants receivable, sponsorships receivable, services receivable, accounts receivable for products, if that doesn't exist, then a CFO isn't going to help you accelerate cash collections because you're good in that area. A CFO might help you capture revenues without being a CFO is not an outsourced CSO, Chief Sales Officer. But still, often CFOs provide strategy services like, let's look at your revenue portfolio. My gosh, all of your services are provided on a one-to-one basis. Have you considered bundling your services or offering them on a one-to-many basis, or turning your individual product sales into a product subscription? Those are the types of things that a CFO can provide at a strategic level. But if your organization is not in a position to say, sure, we can offer a subscription program for our products because we have people who can run that. If you can't say that, then you're not going to make money off of a CFO's services. You're going to need some resources in order to take the CFO's advice. Those resources are going to come down to what are resources, right? Things that are scarce. Time and money and energy. And if you don't have the time, money, and energy available to take the CFO's strategic advice and do something about it, do not pay $1 for CFO services. Keep your numbers in order, keep your internal controls strong, but it's not time for CFO services yet.